y'all, it's Regan. Welcome back to another episode of Cozy Up with Regan and Friends.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. I just can't stop staring at Jada. I'm looking at like our viewfinder,
you guys,
and all I can see is her pink little...
I have had the worst headache since I woke up. I took ibuprofen. I even took a Tylenol with it. I've been drinking water. I've been drinking electrolytes. Like, it will not go away.
No, those are the worst.
And this thing... you got this like 2 years ago.
It's the best.
And it's next level. You put it in your freezer, let it thaw out for like 5-10 minutes so it's not like super, super cold.
Have you ever had to use it?
No. Oh, dude. I'm telling you, I feel fantastic.
It's like the only way sometimes I can fall asleep if I have a headache.
Yeah, I might have to wear it to Bible study.
Anywho, I was just getting, I could just like see it, and I was getting distracted. Instead of giving our weekly recap, let's do a weekly rating. So rate your week 1 to 10. Obviously 10 being the best.
I would say it's been a pretty normal week. I'd give it like a 7.
Yeah, like pretty
average, pretty normal, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I'm very much in the trenches right now.
Really? Work?
Very much in the trenches right now. Like 2 or 3.
Really?
If that, yeah. I'm down bad.
Yeah, it's been a tough
So
week
everybody pray for Maddie.
It's been, yeah.
A lot. I would say mine's like a 5. Like you said, like, who said once, like, 5 is normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds bad when you say, oh, my week's a 5.
Yeah.
Because it sounds horrible. But 10 is if something extraordinary happened, like I got married.
Yeah.
And like 0 and 1 is like if something horrible happened.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even remember this week, like, at all.
I don't really. It was kind of bland.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
Regular schmegular.
Yeah, regular schmegular. I was scrolling on TikTok yesterday, of course, per usual, and I ran across this photo, which is what sparked the theme for this week's episode. And I'll insert the photo. Hopefully my sound isn't on. Okay, it is. This is the photo I want to share that got me thinking. Because Yanni and I talk about this all the time. Jaya said we've talked about this before.
God, I love this flavor. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just refreshing. Citrus, raspberry, kiwi. I looked it up.
Yeah, kiwi's the good part.
It's so good.
Yeah, kiwi anything's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And kiwi's underrated.
The black one, the peach mango, the peso pluma one was really good, but this one, like, I could drink all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when was the last time you had a kiwi?
I used to get them frequently.
I honestly used to eat kiwis all the time in elementary. They would always have kiwis, and they'd be like in halves, and then we would scoop them out with a spork.
That's a spork.
Bomb.
Oh, speaking of spork, I had a customer yesterday. Or the other day.
Why a spork?
Because that's what we would get in school. Oh. We wouldn't get like plastic forks.
I feel like a spork
plastic
would like to shred the flesh of it when a spoon just like cuts the flesh.
Oh yeah, we just didn't get like a fork and a spoon.
Like your own
just like
choice, it was like, and I was like, okay,
it was like, here's a spork, eat your gravy with it. Like,
yeah,
you know.
I had a customer ask for a bowl of ice cream and then initially ask for chopsticks, like so sincerely if we had chopsticks, because apparently that's how he eats it at home. And then I said, no, we don't have chopsticks because I work at a whiskey bar. And he then goes, okay, well, do you have a spork? Once again, fully serious.
And then his wife was like, we were right next to a sushi place. They're like, well, we're going to walk to Blue really fast and get a...
I feel like if you're a person who requires chopsticks or a spork, you get a reusable one and keep it.
Yeah, like why didn't his wife
have little packages?
Or like, why are you eating ice cream? Period.
Or like, why are you eating ice cream with chopsticks?
Yeah, like, do you need to like make sure you're not eating it too fast?
Well, and what kind of like
maneuver
personality flaw do you have where you can't be like, oh, they don't have chopsticks, let me just use a spoon for the day?
I know what personality trait it is, but I'm just not going to say.
Stubborn. Like, that's crazy.
No, it was...
Stimming hard.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And I, like, kind of, like, giggled, and he, like, was totally serious.
Oh.
Crazy.
The picture.
Anyway, the picture was on Instagram, not TikTok. That's why I couldn't find it. But it's basically a picture of all these people, like, walking on the sidewalk, okay? Right?
Yeah.
And then it'll say, like... next to each person, one says, like, started a new morning routine, late stressed, tired, or first day being single, just became an uncle, just moved to the country, feeling self-conscious, skin finally cleared up. And then it brings me back to the conversation you and I always have, where like I'll randomly be like driving on the street and I'll like just look at the car next to me and think like they have a totally unique, one of a kind life at their own house with their own friends, with their own late night thoughts, with their own dinner menu.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's not like that crazy.
No, it is.
But it's like when you really think about every house in our neighborhood, in the world.
Or like think about, for me, this is even larger scale when I go to like a concert.
Yes.
And there's like, what, 22,000 people there, and you're like, every single person here either goes to high school or is a high schooler, or they have a job of some sort, whether it's like stay-at-home mom. And if they're unemployed, well...
Wait, what do you mean for a concert?
Like when you have 22,000 people
when it's just like
all
a large
together
scale
and you're
of
like,
people, like a large venue.
Just like when you look at cars.
High school and moms had to do with that.
Because when everybody in there has like their own life.
Oh,
and like they all work a job unless they're in high school.
Yeah.
And they all like, okay, this person clocks in and goes and works at Dairy Queen and they're at this concert. This person owns a bunch of land and runs Airbnbs and is a landlord and they're at this concert. Like that's the thing that's so crazy
or
to
it's
me.
like all
every
of us
person
at the same
here
time took the same night off.
Yes.
No, guys, on a like we'll take this an even step further. Airplanes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me that all these people are going from Dickinson to Denver, and then you're gonna sit here and tell me you're going to Denver and then to Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we all got on the same plane at the same time to go to the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? I've seen TikToks like that too.
Someone could be traveling for a funeral. Somebody could be traveling for a wedding. Like
Exactly.
there's so many
Like,
different.
That's what I'm
things.
saying. That picture is like one person just broke up with their long-term girlfriend, but one person just proposed.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like,
So
I
he's
get
having
it's
the
not
best
like
day.
that complex of a thought because like, well, duh, everyone has their own life. But like, then that goes into like, you never, like, I have a perception of myself, but you guys have a totally different perception of myself. And my mom has a totally different perception of myself.
Yeah. It's just like weird. Like I always do this when I'm driving and I'm like, I look over and somebody's like in the far left lane and I'm like, you need to get over. Like I'm trying to get somewhere and like, what if like somebody's sitting there like crying and they don't even realize they're there because they got their own stuff
my shift and I'm just
going.
65
Like
miles
I turn over and I'm like, what's going on in your head? What did you do today?
Yeah.
Because I'm the main character of my story, but like I want to know what's going on with you. And why
everybody's the main character in their own story, but it's just crazy how many stories there are.
Yeah.
Every single person you meet has their own thing going on.
Like totally. Sure. Now I'm like really starting to think and my brain's starting to get a little crazy. I'm just like really, really thinking about it.
Or like sometimes you go even to the grocery store and you're like, who's scanning coupons and hoping that their card clears when they get to the checkout and they can make it through the week, and who's just randomly throwing things in.
Yeah.
And who's throwing things in for 6 kids at home and who's throwing a cart full of stuff for just themselves and their dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like even like then I think about it gets even almost crazier when it's not like total strangers. Like I look at our neighbors all the time.
Well, yeah.
And I'm fascinated. I want to know specifically there's people behind us
that just built that pool.
That built a fat pool with the gazebo, redid all their windows, painted the exterior of their home, and we've been like peeping through our loft window all summer long. Mm-hmm. And I want to know now, like, what do they do? Does the mom stay at home? They have 2 cute little like golden doodle dogs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They got like 2 high schoolers.
Yeah, and I'm just like, sometimes I get like, I don't know if that sounds like creepy. Maybe to other people are like, dang, you're stalking these people. But it's like more just like fascination with like, I don't know.
What does
like,
your
what
life look like?
Yeah. How do you like how did you end up here? Just like how did we end up here? How did we end up in this house? Like
like how
people
did
probably are fascinated by what we do.
And I was just about to say that. People are probably like, how did these 3 20-something girls live in this enormous house?
Unless they think we're a throuple.
So I mean, truly, like
we've never introduced ourselves to our neighbors.
I have.
Have you been like, these are my roommate, my friends?
Well,
or have you been like, hi, my name is Regan?
No, the 2 next door know our story.
Okay.
Like the 2, like
but
this
the
side and that
across.
side. And then I've just said hello to all the others.
Yeah.
Like all the others when I see them out with like their dogs.
I wave at people when they drive by, but like, or if I'm like pulling in or getting in my car, I'll be like, hey. But I've never like been like, hello, my name is Jaya Allen. How are you doing today?
Yeah. And I moved here from this many years ago.
Yeah.
And this is my living situation.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was like, the 2 neighbors that touch us know, but then like none of the back know. But I say hi, but No, I'm sure they are kind of like.
And like the front too, people can see.
Yeah. And like I just look at people and I'm like, I want to know your story. Specifically, I have like one thing in my mind when it was I don't even know if this was even around Halloween. But do you guys remember when I was walking to the mailbox and that person dressed up in a giant Squidward costume was like on the side of our road? Mind you, we don't live in a weird community. Like we don't like there's not like weird people around, but then I'm walking down the street to go to our mailbox and there is a full-blown human, like 6'3", in a life-size Squidward costume, and I'm just like, what is life? What did you do today to get yourself to this point?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on in
or
there?
like our old neighbor, not gonna say her name. I might.
Yes.
No, don't do it.
No. Don't do it.
No.
Yeah.
She was a crazy girl. Like, she was, and I'm like, I want to know, because I read her husband's obituary. I know, crazy.
So that's how we found out.
But apparently she's like not from this country, and then her son got locked up, so she had custody of her grandkids, and now she's like, that's not going well, and so like, and she's right next door to us, and doing all these crazy things, and I'm like,
yelling at the kids.
how is your life? Like, what is your life?
Like, what is your life? She would do, like, I wish we could divulge. I just fear it.
She brought a lot of
entertainment.
And
she brought a lot of entertainment, but also, like, brought us great lemons, and we made great lemonade.
Yeah. Her tree overhung our fence.
Mm-hmm. Landon said it's fair game.
Yeah. It is. So, totally, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have more neighbors here than we did at that house, and none of these hoes have fruit trees.
Nothing's hanging.
No, nothing.
Zero hang time.
No.
Zero. These parts.
Okay, we're getting off track. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say.
Everybody has their own.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think it's, and then, I just think it's enthralling. I think it's so fascinating.
Enthralling. Tell me the definition of that.
I don't know, but I hope I used it correctly. I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like
exciting.
Interesting.
Exuberant.
Yeah. To give me the definition of that.
I don't know. It just sounded right.
Yeah. Stop touching all of
Sorry.
But yeah, no, I like that photo. It is, because I was sitting there staring at it for a while and I was like, yeah, like everyone around, you know.
What's even weirder is that sometimes you, like, at different points in your life, you're going to be each of those people on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes I'm on top of the world and I'm like, I'm having a great day. And that's the story for my day. But the next, I don't know, year or month or whatever it is, like, I'm down.
Yeah.
So you can put yourself in every single position of that.
And I think it's a little bit, like, comforting / humbling to try to remember that, too. Because I feel like when I do have, like, a bad moment or an anxious moment, then I have to remember, like, all right, 1, people are going through worse. 2, I've been, like, I'll get back, you know, like you said, like, some days you're this, some days you're that, and you just have to ride the wave. But
yeah, and it's always like, I don't need to have a perfect day every day because I remember that everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's one that you have, like, a thought-provoking thought?
I was just more on the train of, do you think technology has brought people closer, or do you think that it has driven people apart?
Like, in, like, social connection?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, technically speaking, I think closer. Because think about all the people you can, like, stay in contact with on, like, Facebook and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's far more of a distraction, so it separates people.
True. I think it can potentially cause issues that didn't used to be there.
Right. So my thoughts on it are that, yes, you can stay in contact with people that you wouldn't have stayed, like, you can FaceTime people and post things on Facebook and stay in the loop with people who you wouldn't normally stay in the loop with. Mm-hmm. But also, we've lost community spaces as a whole, as a society, and meeting people outside of, like, a workplace or a group of some sort, because when people come home and they scroll on TikTok and they sit in their house because they're getting their connection through their phone, they're no longer going to sit at the library. They're no longer going to sit at a bar. They're no longer going to sit at the park and meet the neighbors and play fetch with their dog. So I think in that aspect, and people talk about this all the time, is where the rise of technology has taken away community spaces where people form connections. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're connected online, but you're so much disconnected, like, in real life.
Well, and that's, like, I mean, when COVID happened, like that was like I think the big shift because everything, school was all virtual. That's when like I feel like I started using DoorDash a lot, and like these poor mom and pops, like they're making money off of like you're still getting food, but you're not going in and sitting at the restaurant and doing stuff like that. And then like everybody was cooped up, so like the only thing that felt us connected to the outside world was through a screen. And that's kind of like when that started evolving. But I think it's like a little bit of both. Like I can see the side where it's like you're connecting with people on the other side of the world, but then it's taking away from the face-to-face and person-to-person. Like us next to each other.
Yeah. Because you like think about when I think the sweet spot would be where when you had like phones and like GPS systems and cameras, but you didn't have social media and FaceTime and everything to like post, because
for sure
you would still come home and be like, oh, I'm going to go visit my favorite bartender at the dive bar who I go see every Tuesday or every 2 weeks, and I know his name. And like we would be sitting down at Rebel a lot more often if we had no phones.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
We would be sitting at the park, taking the dogs out, probably talking to the Damers more.
Getting our rollerblades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no...
No, when
really
you put it like that, it sounds
spaces.
really depressing.
It is super depressing.
But it is, yeah.
Because you get your social fulfillment through watching other people on your phone.
Yeah.
True. And then
the doom scrolling.
The doom scrolling. I do that well.
Yeah, you do.
We all do.
We all do. But that's like how you go to bed at night. You
Don't you?
You like a good scroll.
Don't you?
But
you're the one sending me.
What?
You're the one. What do you mean?
You're chronically online.
Okay, I didn't say that. I wasn't.
I was trying to go to sleep, but it was Jaya Allen. Jaya Allen sent you a reel. Jaya Allen sent you a TikTok. Like, relax, Cheddar. What the
hold
heck?
everybody's biscuits for a second. I'm saying. The only reason I say that is because whenever I'm like, you're like, I'm just going to scroll and go to bed. I'm going to scroll and go to bed. I'm going to scroll and take a nap.
But don't we literally
No, we all do
that?
it. But I'm saying you just stated that like that's what you're going to go do.
Even think about like, okay, if we didn't have like doom scrolling, because we love our rot days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We love our rot days. We love sitting and scrolling, watching a movie together, getting food, and then scrolling and sending each other videos, and then watching another movie and getting food. Like that is a whole routine, and that's like a pretty common occurrence around here. But think about if we didn't have phones to sit on, we'd probably sit there and watch a movie and be like, okay, I'm bored, I'm gonna go
weed whack.
Yeah. All right, I'm bored, I'm gonna go scrub the driveway. Like, you know, stuff like that we're just we never get bored.
Yeah.
Because we have phones in our hand. And there's other things too that like you can neglect in your life because you're sitting there watching the phone. But think about how productive we would be if we didn't have that.
Facts.
Like that's just insane.
Yeah. And like, oh gosh, I remember the days, man, when I didn't have a phone and we just had I
was making mud pies.
I was bringing sand into
and
the
I was
house.
doing lemonades.
I did that once.
Yeah.
I was playing on my pogo stick, and like I literally like all we had in our house. Like Tasia had like a Razor phone. Yeah, it wasn't a smartphone, but we had a Mac in the living room, and it was like the family computer. She would be like sitting there like on her MySpace, but then she would like do that, and then like we would go on we would go on the trampoline, we would make up dance routines, we would blow up the pool and like make water balloons and like
fire.
Insert one of Regan's videos.
No, not even those. There's some
Morgan and I were talking the other day about how like kids these days, if you take an iPad, like they flip. It's a whole event. Like it's just completely like full on meltdown if you're like, all right, 5 more minutes and then you're done. But she was like, when I was a kid, if my mom said I couldn't go out to the trampoline for the day, like I was beside myself. And think about that. If you take a trampoline away from a kid today, they're going to be like, okay, I wasn't going to use it anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
People buy them and then they never get used and then they sit in the backyard.
Yeah. Ungrateful. Man, if I had a tramp right now,
we just need some boredom back in the world, I think.
Yeah, I think that's like the current issue too with like raising kids. People, there's like the battle between like, you try not to have an iPad kid, but also it's so hard when every other kid is an iPad kid that then like, what's your kid supposed to do or what are they going to expect? And then it's like, then they never get bored and they never have that sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
And that is...
Or you make them an iPad kid because you yourself need screen time because you're already so addicted to having your own time.
Yeah.
And I'll not know how I'll react until that day comes, but or how I'll parent. But I can only hope that I'll be able to find the balance, because I did like... But times are also... This goes into like... Oh, okay, let me collect my thoughts. I would like to say that my kid will be like curious and like running around and going to the playground and being like crazy and bringing sand into the house and being creative and stuff. But then it's also like we do live in such a different time where it's like you can't just let your kids like run around anymore.
No.
So that does create a level of like, we need to keep them in this bubble, but now they're stuck in this bubble. So what am I supposed to do with them?
I think,
supervision
is important, but at the same time, like, think about, I'm a big believer of natural consequences. Not in the fact of, like, stranger danger and, like, just let them do whatever they want.
Slightly different.
But at some point, like, having them just... How many times do you go up to your mom? I'm bored. She'd be like, go outside. Go to your room. Figure it out.
I don't know if I ever really said that, but I would just go do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I started making, like, toothpaste concoctions in the bathroom.
Yeah,
and, like,
mixing all the chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleach with OxyClean and,
Well, that's a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But I don't know. I'm a big believer of, like, natural consequences.
No,
but I mean, it is, like,
it's just, like,
supervision
safety-wise.
without hovering is a big concept.
Like, it's like, let them go outside if they get, like, electrocuted by, like, one of those boxes.
Right.
Like, shouldn't have been sitting on the
Don't-
box.
That happened to my brother.
Like, yeah, like, you know, those big green boxes,
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
don't sit on it, and then guess what? If that's the cool place to hang out, somebody sits on it, zip, and then, like, yeah, that's a natural
Then you won't do it
consequence.
again.
Jeff was, like,
Yeah.
2 and he bit it and got electrocuted that way.
Idiot.
Natural consequence. I bet he didn't do it again.
I don't think so.
Yeah, putting the hand on the stove.
But yeah, what I meant is just, like, you can't just let them necessarily, like, run around free willy. Like, be home
No.
at 7. Like,
Free Willy. Hold me. You guys have still not even seen Free Willy.
I've seen Free Willy. I haven't seen it recently because it came out, like, 40 years ago. But
Yeah,
anyhow.
I don't know. That's the thing too, is you have to build the community with your neighbors and stuff, and like check in and stuff. Like my mom's rule was always when the streetlights came on, and you have to decide. If
I didn't
you're
have
gonna
any
be
neighbors
lax.
in my neighborhood.
Oh, I was like
I
the
had old
neighbors
people.
at my dad's house, like my family home, like they are all still like the same neighbors. So like when I go home for holidays, it's like all still they're like still the same people that I grew up with. Oh man,
Yeah, I didn't have any kids in my neighborhood, but there were like a couple sets of like 70-year-old couples. So I would go sit on their porch with them.
Yeah, that's cute.
And then they were like, "Oh, where's Regan?"
Did you guys get like in elementary school? Did you guys get like the phone book when it had like all the it would have all the kids and their home phone numbers?
I don't think children were listed.
Oh yeah, we got in elementary school. We got a school directory.
Oh, well, that's different. That's not a phone book. We had like a church directory. I don't know about like a school.
professional photos
It is
for
a phone book. It's a literally.
But it's from your school.
It's our school phone book, and it has every child in their home phone.
Yeah.
in it.
No. We did. I did have that.
Yes,
know.
and when I tell you, really?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, when Tasia would watch me, I'd be like, I'm going to go play. I would get on my landline. I'm calling every single person. I'm like, hi, can so-and-so play today? Like, I'm playing with everybody because, like, I would meander for miles. Just, like, walk around. I don't think kids can do that anymore, like we were saying.
No,
Like,
that's fun, though.
like, I was meandering. Parents
No,
didn't
I
even know.
don't
I was just gone.
Yeah, I would be gone
Playing.
with the wind. Yeah.
And then I would come home, like, because I would have skid marks from crashing on my Razor scooter.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like...
No, that was
My
the one
rollerblades.
time.
I'd be 6 blocks away at the gas station, putting my pennies on the counter for a Mountain Dew.
Exactly. And we all made it home safe.
Yeah.
By the time we needed to be home.
I don't think my kids can do that.
No.
I have them. It's
I
too,
just,
the
like,
world's too scary
It is.
now.
That's what I'm saying.
World's
Like, the
too
world is
scary.
too scary. The level of curiosity is shortened a bit just because they can't naturally be as curious because it's not safe for them to be as curious.
Well, they can't. They don't need to be curious because everything is in front of their face. You know,
That
like
as well.
I see my nieces and nephews. Like my niece is 10 years old and she's acting like she's 16 because this is in her face and all she can see is girls dancing on TikTok, and all of a sudden she's 10 years old thinking she can dance like that too. You know, it's like they don't need to be curious because it's literally right in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, whereas for us, like, I was learning how to dance like the Cheetah Girls and Lizzie McGuire.
I was just Dance 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just Dance Black Eyed Peas. I was in that.
Don't even play Rasputin for me. I'll get down.
What is that?
Rasputin. It's like the Russian little guy that's like, oh, Rasputin. He's like doing like little.
He's got, like,
I don't know about that. I was like all about Bella
Oh my
Dancerella,
gosh.
the ballerina, and the cheerleader. I had it.
But Rasputin's on Just Dance. It's not like its own song or its own
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
That's like an iconic. Did you play Just Dance?
Only the Black Eyed Peas version.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, I didn't have the regular Just Dance. I had my dad
Just
only
Dance
would
1,
let
2,
me
3,
get the
or
Black Eyed
4.
Peas because he loves Black Eyed Peas.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
love the
crazy.
Black Eyed
So you
Peas,
don't know
too.
like the what was another iconic one, like TikTok by Kesha?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
No.
Not even at like a friend's house.
I mean, not really. Like, no.
Crazy. Might have to jump on that.
Yeah,
Next time we go to
I would love to
Dickieville,
Just
might have to
Dance.
plug in the Wii.
I think we could literally buy a Wii for $80, if not
Yeah.
$40.
Probably.
Yeah.
When was the last time anyone played with a Wii?
We need to get
the
we need to get a
fitness
Switch.
Get the ping pong. Yeah.
board. I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah.
one.
That was too good. But
I have just like one quick thought. We don't even need to elaborate on it.
Yeah.
But I just like saw it and it was, do you think dogs can see something that we don't because they'll always just be barking at nothing?
I think they hear things. And they have really, really good ears.
But they're staring.
Well, because that's where the sound's coming from. Potentially.
I don't know.
I think like logistic, like realism, I think that would be my answer.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have like supernatural powers to see like,
I heard they see colors that we can't see, so they see stuff we don't see.
well, they also don't like see majority of the colors we do see. They only see yellow,
Yeah.
blue, and black.
That's
and
why
white.
they can watch Bluey, because it's in yellow and orange.
Like if you
tones.
get them, like their red ball that they love is
He can't see it.
brown,
What a life.
and the grass is brown. So that red ball in the grass is all brown,
Oh.
which is like sad. So blue and yellow are the only colors they can see. So like blue, I don't think they have any blue or yellow toys. I'm being
Sawyer
honest.
has this dirty yellow ball.
Which one?
He
the
has
one that's like-
blue
That one's orange.
ball.
Yeah.
he?
But
Oh, he
anyway,
does.
we don't even need to elaborate. Like,
No.
I just was like, I could totally see that because nothing freaks me out more when I'm alone with these dogs and they're like looking at something.
Well,
and,
I don't-
staring at
See, that also freaks me out, but it doesn't freak me out because I think they see something. I'm just wondering, like, what do you hear?
Yeah.
What is out
Yeah,
there?
no, exactly.
Because I am doom scrolling, so my volume is in my ear, and then he starts to bark at something,
yeah,
and now I'm wondering, what did
Yeah.
I hear?
there's a reason why I'm having my mom fly down to be with me because I don't like being alone.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, I like it for a bit. I used to live alone, and I did like it, but I think times are just different now.
Yeah. It's different
I
when you're
appreciate
in
the
I liked being alone in my apartment because I know there's other people around, but like being in a house alone freaks me out. There's too much house for one person.
That's true. Like, you don't know
I
where
don't
people...
mind it.
Yeah, it's fine until it's not, I
Mhm.
guess. But there is a lot of house to be aware of,
Yeah.
and a lot to keep track of, and a lot to,
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Alrighty, well, should we wrap her up?
Wrap her up.
Call it another successful episode. Hopefully you enjoyed.
Yeah, that was a good little ramble.
Little ramble.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be back next week.
Yep. Go Birds.
Go Birds, go Vikes. I don't know where Ivy is. Ivy's got a Vikings jersey on. Skull.
I don't know where she's at.
But yeah, we will see you guys next week, and we'll talk to you later.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Deuces.